High school volleyball is back on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Tonight, the Tiger Bowl in the regional at Noblesville as Yorktown takes on Fishers. Good evening. Hi again, everyone. Brian Beaver along with you again tonight. A big crowd filing into the mill, as they call it here at Noblesville High School, for the championship match tonight in 4A. One of these teams will go to the Final Four a week from today. The winner of this match tonight will play either Michigan City or Penn at either Huntington North or Frankfort next Saturday. That'll all be ironed out in the next 24 hours once the IHSAA knows who's won, minimize the travel problems and the time zone issues if there are any, and get everybody onto semi-state Saturday a week from now. Boy, does this match have a lot riding on it, and two fantastic teams that are humming. Their RPMs are redlined, and they are playing great. If you know anything about Yorktown at all, you know they're in the top 5 in the country in some polls, 31-0 now, winners of all but one set they've played this year. They've played 90, they've won 89. The only team to put a mark on them was Newcastle a couple weeks ago on senior night when Yorktown lost in game 1 and then rolled the table the rest of the way and won 3-1 over Newcastle. And while we're talking about Newcastle, congratulations to them. They're playing at Norwell tonight for a 3A regional crown, and we wish them good luck down south of the border in Henry County. And congratulations as well to Cowan, which lost today at Clinton Central. They got beat by an unbeaten and #1 Lafayette Central Catholic team, but it was 3-1, and the Blackhawks played them pretty darn tough. So congratulations to Whitney Stewart and her staff and her kids out in Cowan for another nice year. 2 sectional titles in a row out on Cowan Road. This one, though, man, this is one of those matches that has all the makings of Ali versus Frazier in the early 70s. Yorktown advanced this afternoon, actually this morning. They whitewashed Fort Wayne Carroll 3-0. In fact, the match went so fast, they built in about a half hour of sitting around until the warm-up period for the second semifinal at noon, because it took less than an hour for Yorktown to take out Fort Wayne Carroll 3-zip. 12 o'clock match, pretty good one. Fishers got a pretty good challenge from Zionsville before Fishers won that one 3-0. And they're having a pretty good year in their own right. 25-4 now for head coach Stephen Peak. They've won 15 matches in a row. And Yorktown, of course, with a 31-match winning streak. 4 losses for Fishers to Franklin, Hamilton Southeastern, Yorktown, and Brownsburg. And 3 of those were in rapid-fire succession in September. Since then, the Fishers Tigers have been playing lights out, and they are red hot right now. They got a great performance this morning from the Hayworths. Cameron and Audrey were putting away kills left and right. Rose Duffy set another fantastic match. Emma Rosenberg played great at libero. This is going to be a tough out for whoever comes out of here with the dub tonight. It's the Tiger Bowl because both these teams are nicknamed the Tigers. You've got the Red Tigers from Fishers just a few miles down the road here, and the Green Tigers from Yorktown about an hour out of here up in Delaware County. So this one should be one to write home about. These two teams played each other on September 11th. Yorktown won 25-23, 25-18, 25-17 that night. There were no hitters from Fishers with 10 kills in that match. There were 3 hitters from Yorktown with 10 kills in that match, Knuckles, Watkins, and Searing. And when you can play a team with the hitters of Hayworth, Jada Allen, Bryn Roberts, that's pretty good. They held them to 140 hitting that night, did Yorktown, in winning 3-0 over Fishers. But that was more than a month ago, and this team is better now than it was then. And Fishers is not going out without some haymaker rights being thrown here tonight. The warm-up period is all but over. We've got a really good crowd here tonight They've got the lower bowl pulled out from across the benches, and it's full. And there are fans, 5 to 10 rows up here in the upper bowl. And in fact, I see 3 girls sitting up in the very top row, up where it's dark and shadowy, probably thinking about the day they'll be down there, maybe playing like a sister or a friend or a cousin and strutting their stuff on the hardwood. Fantastic atmosphere here. They've done a nice job doing this today here at Noblesville, so congratulations to them. I was telling the ticket takers downstairs, the cashiers, thanks, because they're volunteers. They don't get paid, and not everyone would do it, but they did, and it's good to see people get involved. This is a sensational venue to play in. It's a beautiful facility, and we will call the match in a kind of an awkward, oddball place because they built their press boxes on the end of the court here instead of on the sides where they really should be, and so it's a little tougher angle to call a match. People say I'm good. I'll put myself up to the task and see how good I am tonight dealing with that. But right in front of me, to my right, on this end of the floor is the Fishers contingent, a lot of red there. And then just across the aisle on the other end of the floor, the Yorktown folks in their green. Both teams have come to the lines, the base lines. They've lined up. And we're not far away from getting this thing going here tonight. We'll have the introductions of the teams and then the Star Spangled Banner, and then we'll get this thing underway. Let's join our public address announcer.
Welcome to Noblesville High School. In the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask that all fans act responsibly. Any person who doesn't ground use language or disorderly conduct is unacceptable and is not welcome at IHSA or events. Let's support the student athletes, coaches, officials, and fellow fans for respecting each other. Your cooperation is appreciated. Please join the IHSA. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for regional championship volleyball. Welcome to Yorktown High School. We're proud to host tonight for a regional volleyball matchup. Tonight's regional championship match features the Tigers, Yorktown High School, and the Tigers of Fishers High School. Let's meet the Yorktown Tigers. Number 1, Kinsey Knuckles. Number 2, Harley Matthews. Number 4, Ellie Stinson. Number 7, Kate Vincent. Number 13, Ellie Miller. Number 16, Taylor Dunmore. Libero, number 9, Kylie Burke. Yorktown is coached by Stephanie Wood. And now, let's meet the Fishers Tigers. Number 7, Megan Allen. Number 10, Cameron Taylor. Number 13, Rose Kelly. Number 14, David Roper. There, the Tigers, the 6, your official has signed on the National Athletic Association Ice Contest Stars. Roger Nelson, Mary Cox, Farmer Long, with line judges, Ronnie Jones, Sue, and and now, parents, would you please rise? Kindly remove your masks and representing the Stars of Christ of our great country, the United States of America, and join us in the playing of our national anthem.
We're all set for volleyball here at the Mill in Noblesville. Starters tonight in game one for Yorktown: Kenzie Knuckles, Carly Matthews, Ellie Stinson, Kate Vinson, Ellie Miller, Jalen Dunsmore with Kylie Murray at libero. For Fishers, it's going to be Bryn Roberts, Emma Rosenberg at libero, Jada Allen, Cameron Hayworth, Audrey Hayworth, Rose Duffy, and Haley Soper. Both teams huddled around the attack lines on their sides of the floor, and we're about set to get this one underway. Fishers will wear silver jerseys with red lettering, white trim. Their libero, Rosenberg, will wear the bright red libero jersey. Yorktown wearing bright green, Kelly green with black accents, black lettering, white trim. Their libero, Kylie Murray, will wear all black with white lettering and green trim. Kylie Murray getting some last-minute instructions from Stephanie Bloom, the Yorktown head coach, and we're almost ready to go. As I said a moment ago, I'll be calling this from lengthwise on the court. So in the near court, Fishers; in the far court, Yorktown. Tigers versus Tigers. Undefeated, number 1 in 4A Yorktown, 25-4, number 6 in 4A Fishers. We'll open the night with Fishers serving. It's going to be Audrey Hayworth to put it in play, and here we go. Played up nicely. Set cross court. Knuckles peels one. Nice dig by Rosenberg. Here come Fishers on the attack. They get it down from the left-handed swinger on the near pin here. Give the kill to Cameron Hayworth. 1-0 Fishers. And here we go. Cameron had a terrific match earlier today with 14 kills. She serves again. It grazes the net. Tough play. Yorktown can't handle it. It's going to be an ace. And a 2-0 Fishers lead. Here comes the next one. This time a better pass to Vincent. They'll set it inside. Tip won't go to the floor. Back set for Fishers. They peel one off the block. Ellie Miller with the solo block. Your card has been declined. 2-1. Fishers side out Yorktown. Ellie, one of those seniors on this Yorktown lineup. So the Tigers will side out and serve it for the first time tonight. Here it comes. Rosenberg plays it up. Back set here to the near side. Left-hand swing won't go down this time. Little tip inside. Nice play by Fishers to keep it alive. Here come the Red Tigers. They fire. Yorktown handles it easily. Here's a big swing from Knuckles. Great dig, but it's on the floor. Yorktown scores on another block inside. Jalen Dunsmore snuffs the tip, and we're tied at 2 each. Dunsmore with her first kill. Another serve for Jenny Morey. Fishers will bump set it. They'll roll it from the back row. Yorktown gets a free chance. Slide play. Dunsmore can't get it down. Stays with Yorktown off the block. Here's a swing off the block and out of bounds for a kill. Little soft kill on a roll. Kenzie Knuckles with her first. It's 3-2 Yorktown. Morey to serve again. Tigers from Yorktown on top for the first time in the match. Tough serve. Fishers gets it up to the far pin. Great dig in the back row by Morey. Here's a set for Knuckles. She drives it off Rosenberg. Fishers goes to the far corner. It's in the net. Never got over on a swing by Bryneth Roberts. 4-2 Yorktown. 4 straight points by Yorktown to double up Fishers early in game one. Morey serves again. It trickles off the net, and it's just out of bounds. Service error by Morey to make it 4-3. Green Tigers ahead of the Red Tigers. Back to serve for Fishers. Shelby Settles. Number 2 on her jersey. Right underneath me. Here's the serve. Knuckles handles it. Vincent will set. Far side, give and go to Knuckles. Good job by Fishers to keep it alive. They attack near pin. Here's a swing. I don't think it ever got over. It didn't get over. The coach, Peak from Fisher, says there was a touch. The official says it never got over. It's 5-3 Yorktown. Good defense on both sides early in this one, and wholesale changes at the sub line. 2 Fishers players coming in, and one for Yorktown, and the one for Yorktown is Tegan Searing, the red-headed assassin. That's what I call her anyway. She likes that. Now some discussion at the scorer's table. A little delay here after that dispute of the call. Love it when it gets quiet like this. The floor official in front of the scorer's table is making sure everyone has their P's and Q's right as substitutes come in and out. And now Kate Vinson ready to serve on the side out to Yorktown as the Green Tigers lead the Red Ones 5-3 here early in game 1. Winner of this one goes to the Final Four in 4A, and it will be loaded for bear. Here's the serve, middle back row. Nice pass, they set. Shot comes right off the block, right back to Fishers. They send an easy ball to Yorktown. Here's a swing for Searing. She's got it down in the deep back row. Searing with a kill right off the bench to make it 6-3. Dynamite. Tegan had a quiet match earlier today. She only had 6 kills in the semifinal. I don't think she'll have that number tonight. Next one in play. Fishers attacking near pin. Big swing, way too hard, way too long. On the swing by Cameron Hayworth, and it's 7-3. Yorktown out in front. Kate the Great Vinson serving again. It's in play. Tough pass to the center. They go inside and get a nice interior kill off the hand of Jada Allen. Jada has her first kill of the night. That cuts the Yorktown lead to 7-4 and a side out for Fishers. Doing the serving, Cameron Hayworth, a terrific player, a left-hander. Murr passes to Vinson, bump set for Searing. Little roll shot softly, handled nicely by Fishers. Yorktown has it. Knuckles backward roll to the deep back row. Fishers sets near side for the slide. Allen can't get it down. Great dig by Vinson. Here's a set for Watkins, or rather Knuckles, and she crushes another kill. 8-4 Yorktown off the touch. Knuckles can beat you just about every way you can think of. She had aces, blocks, soft kills, rocket kills, everything you can do in a game she did earlier today in the semifinal win over Fort Wayne Carroll. She'll serve from the deep left corner cross court. Tough pass, not a very good one. Going to be a free ball at the net. Yorktown blocks it. Fishers will try it again. They'll go to a back row attack in the middle. Hayworth can't get it down. Murr bump sets for Searing. Searing peels another one. Deep through the back row for a kill. It's 9-4 Yorktown. Second kill of the match for Searing. Back to serve again for Yorktown is the great, and I mean great, Kenzie Knuckles. Had a great career. Nearly an ace on the serve. They'll go far pin. Nice swing and a kill down for Fishers. They went to Bryneth Roberts on the left pin, and she cashed it in. 9-5 Yorktown side out for Fishers. Roberts with her first kill in the match. Probably not her last. She'll go back to serve. Right in the middle of the baseline. Hard one to Knuckles. Vinson with the pass. Watkins with the swing. Dug nicely by Rosenberg. Fishers attacks in the middle. Allen does it again. Jada Allen. 2 nice kills early in the match in the middle to make it 9-6 now. Fishers trying to crawl back in it, trailing by 3. Next serve. Down the far sideline. Knuckles to Vinson to Searing. Swing hit the pin. It's out of bounds and 9-7 now. Fishers making a little run here. That's 2 in a row by the kids from Fishers. Yorktown handles the serve. There's a sit in the middle. And a nice, beautiful backhand swing by Searing to get it on the end line, the baseline. Inbounds for the kill. And a 10-7 Yorktown lead. That was making lemonade out of lemons. Great shot making on the run. Fishers plays the serve. It's off the block, nearly on the floor. Fishers will play it again. I've got it, you take it. They give a free ball to Yorktown. Dangerous territory. Miller with a deep tip. It's just off the near sideline. About 6 inches too far from Ellie Miller. And it's 10-8 Yorktown. Side out, Fishers. Yorktown asking the stand official a question. Now we're set to go. Back to serve it is Emma Rosenberg. She's a left-hander as well. Knuckles with her receive. Tegan gets a pass from Vincent and just peels another kill. She drove it right off the libero Rosenberg for a kill. 4 quick kills for Searing. It's 11-8 Yorktown as we head for the middle of game 1. Carly Matthews puts it in play. Fishers will work it. Far pin. Big swing. Hammer kill by Audrey Hayworth to make it 11-9. She's a sensational player. Her first kill of the match. That'll give service honors to Rose Duffy, the setter from Fishers. Slide play for Miller. She goes soft with the tip. Great job to keep it off the floor by Fishers. They give it back to Yorktown. Here's a set for Watkins. Her shot handled. Fishers kind of out of system here. They'll roll it easily from the back row. Easy play for Yorktown. Slide by Miller. Boom! Miller with the kill all day long. Yorktown math. Ellie Miller plus kill plus slide. Cha-ching. She's awesome. 12-9 Tigers from Yorktown. Ellie with her first kill. Here's the serve. Rosenberg with a bad pass on the receive. And again, an easy ball from the back row, but it's down. Nice rip. Should have been an easy ball. A great swing by Bryneth Roberts, who put it in play and managed to get it down. It's a 12-10 contest. Fishers down by 2, serving. Here it comes. It's in play. Knuckles to Vincent. Right back to Knuckles. Deep tip in the corner. Nobody home. It's down for a Yorktown point. We're midway through game 1. It's 13-10 Yorktown. Knuckles with 3 kills. Searing with 4. Yorktown trying to pull away. Jenny Morey serving. Bad pass to the setter. A bump set here on the near pin. Yorktown handles the swing easily. This one from the back row from Morey. It's down for Yorktown. Morey with a kill. 14-10 Yorktown. Timeout Fishers. Midway in game 1. Yorktown 14, Fishers 10 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Indiana high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Noblesville Regional. Brian Beaver along with you again tonight. It's Yorktown 14, Fishers 10. Fishers coach Stephen Peak called a timeout, trying to settle it down here. Yorktown has those patented runs. They score 4 or 5 in a row. Before you know it, you're out of the match. So they try to stop the bleeding. That was the first of their 2 timeouts in game 1. Jenny Morey back to serve again for Yorktown. Nearly on the floor. Great job by Rosenberg to keep it alive. The shot from the far corner is out of bounds. Bryneth Roberts hit it too far. And Yorktown, here they come at 15-10. You make mistakes against Yorktown, you cannot beat them. Morey has the knuckleball serve in play. Duffy with the set inside. Great dig on the rip kill attempt. Yorktown puts it in play. Likewise, the dig goes back over to Yorktown. Here's the swing, and it's down. Jalen Dunsmore. The middle attack through the double team for the point. And it's 16-10 Yorktown. 2 game 1 kills for Dunsmore. Morey to serve it again. Far back row corner. They set right there on the pin for a tip. Yorktown handles it in their sleep. Here's a big swing. Oh, man. Look at that kill. Kenzie Knuckles. Abuse of ball, if there was such a thing. Her fourth kill. 17-10 Yorktown. They're pulling away here late in game one. Morey serves again to the left back row corner. Swing here from the near pin. It's down off a deflection. Dunsmore tried to stop it along with Watkins. Couldn't do it. The left-hand swing from Cameron Hayworth got her the second kill in her logbook tonight. And that stops the Yorktown run. Makes it 17-11. Back to serve it is Shelby Settles. Murr to Vincent. Vincent to the corner. It's off the block, right back to Yorktown on the swing from Knuckles. Tries it again. This time it's tipped and back to Yorktown. Third time is a charm. Kenzie Knuckles. 3 straight attacks from the left corner, and she got it down the third time. 18-11 Yorktown. 5 game one kills from the great Kenzie Knuckles. Back to serve, Kate Vincent. Set goes to Allen, and she punishes another rocket to make it 18-12. She's a great hitter inside. Jada Allen. She can do it. Only a sophomore. 18-12. Fisher's trailing. Fisher's serving. It's right on the net. Kiss of death for Cameron Hayworth. Say something nice about her. She hits it 6 inches under the tape. 19-12 Yorktown. Back to serve, Kenzie Knuckles. She'll slide over to the far right corner, back where everybody used to have to serve in the old days. Little baby jump serve. It's a knuckleball. It's down for an ace. The I've got it, you take it indecision in the back row, and it falls right on the baseline. 20-12 Yorktown. Fishers calls its final timeout in game one, trying to stop the bleeding. It's Yorktown 20, Fishers 12 on the Delco Preps channel.
Who do I play high school softball for? I play for my mom and dad who've never missed a game.
Whether they're playing for their teammates, their classmates, or their community, high school student athletes in Indiana learn important lessons they'll use for the rest of their lives, like respect for the rules and the value of hard work and sacrifice. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Noblesville. It's Yorktown 20, Fishers 12. The Tigers in red have called both their timeouts to try to stop the hemorrhaging, to no success. Yorktown 5 points away from taking game one here. 5 kills from Knuckles, 4 from Searing for Yorktown, 3 kills from Jada Allen, 2 from Cameron Hayworth, 2 from Bryn Roberts for Fishers. And back to serve it again is senior Kenzie Knuckles, the Nebraska commit. She comes cross court with it. Duffy with the set right there in the middle. Allen this time swings it off the floor. Out of bounds. Yorktown point, 21-12 Yorktown. Knuckles to serve again. 4 points away from a game one victory. Tigers in green over the Tigers in red. Same spot to the near corner in the back row. Duffy sets far pin. They drive it down off Courtney Watkins. Nice swing and kill. That stops the bleeding temporarily. 21-13. Side out for Fishers. They serve trailing by 8. Searing peels another one off the block for a kill. 22-13. This is such a good team. I mean, Fishers is outstanding. And they're getting waxed, 22-13. Duffy sets for the corner. Swing from Hayworth. They've got a violation. At the net by Yorktown. Point goes to Fishers to make it 22-14. Back to serve, Rosenberg. Bright red jersey, nearly an ace, inside the attack line. The set is for Watkins. She swings, gets it off Rosenberg. Fishers goes on the attack. Knuckles digs it. A set to Searing, a tip, nearly on the floor. Great dig by Rosenberg. There's a rocket handled by Knuckles. Yorktown attacks. They go to Watkins. She tips it. Duffy will set inside. It's off the block. Right back to Fishers. They'll work the far corner now. Murr with the dig. Back set. Far side. Swing. Rip by Searing. Fishers handles it. They'll swing from the near corner. Can't get it down. Murr. Bump sets for Knuckles. She rips it from the back, the court attack line. Can't get it down. Here's a rocket from Fishers. Won't go down. The overpass comes off the net. Yorktown still playing it. What a great rally. Fishers attacking. Left side. It's down through the double team. Great rally. Listen to this crowd on the kill by Audrey Hayworth. Fantastic point. 22-15 Yorktown. Best point of the day. Nearly an ace. Murr played it off the floor on her knees. Fishers has it. They go inside off the block. Right back to him. They'll attack Yorktown again. Nothing doing. Knuckles digs it. Here's Searing with a swing. She's got it down. She leaves a Wilson tattoo on the libero, Rosenberg. 23-15 Yorktown. Back to serve, 2 points away is Carly Matthews. Little jump serve, middle of the back row. Bump set, far side. Hayworth with the swing, Hayworth with the kill. Despite the diving effort to dig it by Kenzie Knuckles. Terrific shot making that time by Hayworth. 23-16. Yorktown out in front. Trying to close it out in game one. Set to the pin. Watkins with a rip. It's down in front of the Fishers bench for the point. And we've come to game point. Set point, if you will, in game one at 24-16. That was the first kill of the match by Matthews. Yorktown can put a game in their pocketbook here. Here's the serve. Rosenberg to Duffy. They'll set near side. Hayworth with the swing. Great dig by Murr to save the point. Here's a pin shot from Knuckles. Knuckles can't get it down. Fishers goes to the left corner. Yorktown handles it. They play it up. Knuckles can't get the tip to land. Here comes a shot from Fishers, an easy one. Yorktown handled it easily. Knuckles with a kill! Little tip kill. That does it in game one. Yorktown takes the advantage at the first stop. The final score in game one. Yorktown 25, Fishers 16. Back with more after this timeout on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
A crisp October evening. The stadium filled with fans. A pass-through. A journey completed. State of euphoria? No. The state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit. Pure sport. Pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Indiana high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The clutch shot, the timely hit, the perfect pitch, the heroic catch, the brilliant save, the photo finish. The Indiana High School Athletic Association would like to remind you that the biggest plays in sports matter little if you don't practice sportsmanship. Character counts. Practice sportsmanship. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community. There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the 4A Regional at the Mill in Noblesville. Brian Beaver along with you. Yorktown takes game one, 25-16. Fishers needs 3 out of the next 4 to keep their season alive. Great first game by Kenzie Knuckles with 6 kills. 6 for Tegan Searing as well. I told you she wouldn't settle for a small number tonight. And for Fishers, pretty good swings from Bryn Roberts, Jada Allen, and Audrey Hayworth, who I have for 3 kills each. So we move to game 2. We flipped the floor. Yorktown right in front of me now in green. And on the far end, it's Fishers in the silver jerseys with red and white lettering. They almost look like an Ohio State team with the color scheme. Yorktown 2 more away from going to the Final Four. They're just really, really talented. I was talking to one of the fans earlier before the broadcast started, and I said, you know, they just frustrate people because before you know it, you've rallied for 45 seconds, you've swung it 6 times, and it's coming back at you for a 7th try. Their defense is so good at digging the ball, they just wear you out. Yorktown puts it in play. We're underway in game 2. Fishers on a back row attack, and it's in the net, about halfway up on a swing from Audrey Hayworth. 1-0 Yorktown. Serving for the Green Tigers, Ellie Stinson. This one nearly an ace, kept off the floor from the knees. Fishers tries a tip. Yorktown goes inside. They swing it and rip it with Ellie Miller. She gets it down about halfway back to the baseline, and it's 2-0 Yorktown. Ellie with 2 kills tonight. Another serve from Stinson. Duffy sets Allen. Great dig by Murr on her knees. Tip from Knuckles. Fishers plays it nicely. They bump set. They'll roll it over Yorktown with a free chance. Vincent back set. Miller on the slide. Can't get it down. Duffy with a great dig for Fishers. Here's a swing from the right pin and a kill from Cameron Hayworth of Fishers. She has 3 now. 2-1 Yorktown on a beautiful set and finish from the far corner. And who goes back to serve it a la baseball style? Cameron Hayworth. Murr handles it, diving. Here's the rip from the corner from Knuckles. Fishers handles that. Nellen can't get it down in the middle. Fishers will play defense. Nice tip from Knuckles. She can't get it on the floor. Back to Yorktown. They'll set far side. Knuckles the swing. Great dig by Rosenberg. Duffy with a tip kill attempt. No go. Here's Yorktown tipping it. Vincent gets it off the sideline by about 2 feet. It's out of bounds, and we're tied at 2. Wow. Sensational volleyball. These two teams are highly skilled, and they are putting on a show. Fishers looking for their first lead of game 2. Hayward with the left-hand serve. Bad pass. It's in the net. Vincent can't play it out. It's 3-2 Fishers. Second ace by Cameron Hayworth. She'll try it again. Into the net. Service error to tie it at 3. Fishers led at 1-0, 2-0, and at 2-1 in game 1, and that was it. And we've been tied at 2 and 3 now here in game 2, and they've led briefly at 3-2. Yorktown looking for the lead. Fishers attacking. Near pin. It's just long on the swing by Bryneth Roberts. Too strong, 4-3 Yorktown. Back to serve it for Yorktown is Jenny Morey. From the left corner. Goes to the back row with it. Duffy with a nice set to the near pin. Swing is dug nicely by Stinson. A chance from the far corner from Knuckles. She yanks it down. What a missile. 5-3 Yorktown. They call them Kenzie bombs on Tiger Drive, and you heard the different sound when her hand hits the ball. Morey to serve again. Nicely played by Fishers. They go to Allen. She's snuffed on a block. I got it, you take it, indecision. It's off the block. Fishers can't keep it off the floor. Yorktown 6, Fishers 3. Fishers was out of system that time. There was a little confusion about who was going to take that touch. Yorktown capitalized. 6-3. Morey serving. Middle back row. Rosenberg with a nice pass to Duffy. She sets. Tip. Yorktown keeps it alive. They send it back over to Fishers. Fishers to the near pin. It's off the block. Yorktown again on the attack. They go to Miller. No, make it Dunsmore. Dunsmore in the middle, and she peels a kill to make it 7-3. 3 kills on the night for Jalen Dunsmore. It's a football score at 7-3. Yorktown still serving. Morey doing the honors. Goes to the back corner this time. Duffy bump sets with a near pin. Roberts can't get it down. Yorktown will set for Knuckles. She rips a winner that sends the ball out of the gym off a defender. I'm not exaggerating. They got it back. It's 8-3 Yorktown. 8 kills for Knuckles. Jenny Morey is on a splash and serve here. She's one after another, yanking them down right now. Fishers a little out of system. They'll go to attack in the middle. Roberts can't get it down. Knuckles with a swing from the corner. It's back to Yorktown off the block. Great dig on the run by Matthews. Fishers has it now. Duffy sets in the middle. Allen with a swing. Yorktown keeps it clean. It's off the block back to Yorktown. They play it out of the net, but they can't keep it off the floor. Yorktown ran out of touches. Good rally for Fishers to make it 8-4. Back to serve for Fishers is Bryneth Roberts, number 4 on her jersey. Knuckles with the pass. It's overpass. Comes back to Yorktown. Knuckles will get another swing. It's down for a kill. Off Rosenberg, the libero from Fishers, and all of a sudden it's 9-4 Yorktown. 9th kill of the night for Kenzie Knuckles. Back to serve is Kate the Great, Kate Vincent. Tough serve, nicely handled by Fishers. They attack in the middle. Allen can't get it. It's off a defender, but then off the second defender down on the floor. Yorktown ran out of defenders. Nice kill from Allen to make it 9-5. 4 kills on the night by Jada Allen. Rosenberg to serve it for Fishers. It's in the net. The left-hander couldn't get it over. It's 10-5 Yorktown. Checking in for Yorktown, Courtney Watkins. I believe that's Stinson sitting down. It is. Watkins, Searing, Dunsmore, Knuckles to serve. Watch out. This grouping is really good for Yorktown. Fishers on the attack. Swing from the pin. Knuckles with the dig. Vincent sets inside for Dunsmore. She's got it off a defender on the floor. Another point for Yorktown. It's 11-5. Tigers in green. Wondered when that was coming, and it's now. Fishers takes a timeout. We're heading for the middle of game 2. Yorktown 11, Fishers 5 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Indiana are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We head back to action here in game 2. It's Yorktown 11, Fishers 5. First of 2 timeouts taken here in game 2 by Fishers coach Stephen Peak. Yorktown won game 1, 25-16. A 2-0 lead in this match would be commanding. It wouldn't be fatal, but man, it would be awfully hard to come back from a 2-0 deficit to beat Yorktown the way they're playing right now. Both teams back on the floor. Kenzie Knuckles continuing to serve for Yorktown from the far left end of the baseline. Fisher's waiting on it. Here it comes. Back corner. Duffy to the pin. Can't get it down off the swing. Yorktown goes to Searing. She peels one down the near sideline right by the block to make it 12-5. Seven kills tonight for Searing. Knuckles will serve it again. Little jump serve. Goes hard to the back row. Duffy will set it for a middle attack from Hayworth. Just a little tip. Here's a set on the run. Watkins with a tip. Right back to Yorktown off the deflection. They'll play it to Searing. Two-hand tip. Fishers has it now. They attack. Big swing. Great dig by Knuckles. Watkins can't get the kill down. Fishers attacking again. Knuckles with a sensational dig. Back set from Murr. Watkins with the swing. Great dig by Roberts of Fishers. Great point. Yorktown keeps it off the floor. Vincent on the run. Here's a shot back over the net. Now Fishers attacking. Murr with a great dig. Searing on the right corner. Can't get it down. Fishers will go to that spot. They swing. Murr again answers. Here's Yorktown. Dunsmore off the block. Back to Yorktown. They'll send it back. Fishers still playing it. Attacking at the pin. They've got it down. Great rally. Fishers survives. They get a kill from Audrey Hayworth. Then we get 12-6. What a rally. Really well done. Boy, both those teams down there are playing lights out. Fishers serving 12-6 deficit, staring them in the face. Searing in the middle. Soft to the defender and all the way back over the net off the floor. Deflection went about 50 feet for a Yorktown point. 8th kill for Searing. 13-6 football score. Yorktown in front, and Kylie Murr, who's going to Ohio State next fall, puts it in play. Here comes Fishers off the corner. Can't get it down from Hayworth. Knuckles, two-hand tip a softie. Back set from Rosenberg. Check it, Duffy. Now Yorktown has it. They'll swing it with Miller. Can't get it on the floor. Nice defense by Fishers. They'll attack. Great dig on the run by Vincent. Here's Searing from the near corner. Can't get it on the floor. Overpass on the deflection. Searing will try again, this time with a tip. Fishers keeps it alive. Backward roll. Yorktown has it. They'll attack. Searing with the swing. Searing gets it down with a kill. Off the defender, off the pin, on the floor, and it's 14-6. Yorktown out in front. I told Searing's grandmother she's not going to be quiet tonight, and she's not. Another timeout taken by Fishers. Middle of game 2. Yorktown 14, Fishers 6 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
Everybody loves a good sports movie.
I've seen Rudy 10 times.
I love Hoosiers.
If there were a sports movie about steroids, it might be called The Myth, the Truth, and the Consequences. The myth is that steroids are good for your game. The truth is they're bad for you and the sport you play. And the long-term consequences on your health are downright ugly.
That's one movie I think I'll skip.
High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
We're back at the mill in Noblesville. It's Yorktown 14, Fishers 6. Fishers has used both of its timeouts here in game 2 to try to get some momentum stopped. Yorktown is rolling. They lead by 8. Leaders in the match, 1-0. Looking for that big 2-0 lead if they can get it. Kylie Murr to serve for Yorktown, one of those YHS seniors. They've only won 142 matches in their 4 years on Tiger Drive. Fishers with the ball. They attack. Great dig off the rocket from Hayworth, but it deflects into the net. Yorktown can't play it out, and it's a kill and a point for Fishers on the swing by Audrey Hayworth. Got her for 5 kills on the match. She's a great-looking young player. She'll serve it. It's in the net again. (15-7) Yorktown. Searing checks out. Matthews checks in. Carly will serve it. You can just see the intensity on the players' faces, man. There's a lot riding on this. Fishers attacks. Set inside. Miscommunication. Yorktown gets an easy ball. They'll swing from the back row. Knuckles couldn't get it on the floor. Great tip, but Yorktown digs it. Here's a swing in the middle from Miller. Again, Fishers keeps it off the floor. Yorktown to the swing. Miller again. It's Miller time on the swing. On the slide to the right side, and it's 16-7 Yorktown. Ellie Miller runs that play better than anybody I've ever seen run it. She is money. Matthews puts it in play. Fishers attacks to the right corner. Great swing, great kill. Off the left hand of Cameron Hayworth to make it 16-8. The other half of the Hayworth. Fourth kill for her. 16-8. Side out Fishers. They'll serve it. Shelby Settles doing the honors. Vincent sets to the pin. Nice swing by Watkins. She drives it over the bench off a defender for the kill. 17-8 Yorktown. That's the first kill of the night by Watkins. Hard to believe. Yorktown 8 points away from closing them out in game 2. Here comes the serve from Stinson. Nicely played by Fishers. They get a swing and a kill inside. Guess who again? Number 7, Jada Allen. Her bread and butter play. 5 kills for her. 17-9. Yorktown leading. Fishers serving. Look at that knuckleball. Murr passed it to the third row of the Fishers crowd. That ball came right at me. It was a great knuckleball. It wobbled for the ace. $17-10. Nearly another ace. Yorktown plays it to the far corner. Tip from Knuckles. Great running dig to keep it alive for Fishers. Here's a swing handled easily by Yorktown. They'll go back to Knuckles on the far corner. The overpass on the deflection. Yorktown attacks again. Miller on the slide. Miller on the kill. Softly over the block to make it 18-10. Miller with her 4th kill. Yorktown in cruise control right now, leading 18-10. Jenny Morey serves it. Fishers goes to the middle attack. Nice dig by Stinson, but no one was there to play it. Yorktown couldn't keep it alive that time. It's 18-11 Tigers. Back to serve for Fishers. Bryneth Roberts. Murr to Stinson. To Vincent rather. Off the defender, back over the net. Yorktown plays it again. Bump set. Murr will roll it over to Fishers. Easy chance for them. Here they come from the pin. They get it down on a beautiful right-hand swing by Audrey Hayworth, and it's 18-12. You hear the Fishers crowd coming to life, trying to get their kids back in the match. Fishers trailing by 6. Yorktown. Dunsmore off the slide with a tip. Fishers handles it easily. There's a great tip kill. Rose Duffy with her first tip kill of the match to make it 18-13. Timeout Yorktown. We're leading game 2. Fishers back within 5 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do. You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
It's 18-13 here in game 2 at the Mill. Yorktown leading by 5, but a 2-point little surge, mini surge here by Fishers. Stephanie Bloom called the first time out of the night for Yorktown as they try to close out Fishers in game 2. Yorktown took the opener 25-16. You hear the Fishers crowd making a lot of noise down here just under me. Back to serve it again is Bryneth Roberts. Murr with the receive. Vincent sets. Another swing from the pin. Knuckles hits it out of bounds. Yorktown's lead is down to 4 at 18-14. Fisher's making a little bit of noise here late in game 2. Murr with the receive. Back set. Far corner. Knuckles with the swing. Great dig by Rosenberg. Swing from the pin. It's down! Cross-court winner for Fishers. Audrey Hayworth. Her 7th kill, and it's 18-15. Momentum has shifted. You can feel it. You can hear it. Fishers trailing by 3. Murr to Vincent. Shot off the block. Right back to Yorktown from Knuckles. Again, a second time. 50-50 ball at the net. Yorktown plays it back over to Fishers. Here's another tip kill. Rose Duffy with the left-hand tip. She's got her 2nd kill in this game and in recent fashion to make it 18-16. Fishers within 2. Yorktown hanging on for dear life. Bad pass. They've got it off the floor once, but not twice. It's an ace, and we've got a 1-point game. Folks from Fishers are going 8. They have every right to. Yorktown 18, Fishers 17. Timeout Yorktown on Beaver Media and the Doco Preps channel.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do. You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Madhouse at the Mill. A 7-0 Fishers run has turned this from an 18-10 Yorktown lead to an 18-17 Yorktown lead. Stephanie Bloom has used both of her timeouts while leading here in game 2, but Fishers is going to be serving for a tie. They've not led since 3-2. Yorktown better this time. They go to Dunsmore inside. She can't get it down. Back row attack. It is down! We're tied at 18. What a great swing and kill from Cameron Hayworth. She has 5. It's 18 all. What a great game 2 rally. 8 straight points by Fishers. Serve into the net. There goes the air out of the balloon on a service error by Bryn Roberts. Yorktown leads 19-18, but that was a great 8-0 run by Fishers. Vincent serving. Duffy gives it up inside. Allen cashes another kill from the middle of the front row. 6 kills for her, and we're tied at 19. What a great finish to game 2. Yorktown leads the match 1-0. Rosenberg serving for Fishers. Yorktown plays it up. Searing off the block. It's back across to Yorktown and on the floor. And Fishers has taken the lead. 20-19 on a great block up front. That looked like the block from Haley Soper. Yorktown trailing 20-19. Fishers will serve it. Tigers play it to Vincent. They set it for Knuckles. She rips one off the defender into the 4th row to tie things at 20 apiece. 10th kill for Knuckles, and she'll go back to serve. What a dramatic late game 2 this has been at the Mill. Knuckles to serve. Here it comes. Fishers plays it up to Duffy. Sets near pin. Great swing, great dig by Knuckles. Goes right back over to Fishers. They'll try it again. Same spot, same swing. It's down! Another kill. Give it to Audrey Hayworth. She has 8 kills. Fishers, 21. Yorktown, 20. Side out. For the Tigers in red, they'll serve it, leading by 1. Yorktown needs a point. Bump set for Watkins, far corner. She delivers a kill off Rosenberg that's 5 rows up. And we're tied at 21. 2 kills for Courtney Watkins. One of the Yorktown seniors, Kylie Murr, back to serve it here at 21 apiece here in game 2. There it goes. Middle of the back row to Rosenberg. Duffy, back set to the corner. Big swing. Another rip, another kill from Audrey Hayworth from Fishers. Her 9th kill, and it's 21. Make it 22. 21. Fishers. She'll go back to serve. Will Audrey Hayworth. Here it comes. Little right-hand jump serve. Murr to Vincent. To Searing. She delivers a kill. It's down. Yorktown scores. Searing says, not on my watch. 22 apiece. 10th kill for Searing. Who wants it more? 22-22. Yorktown serving. Matthews doing the honors. Middle of the back row to Rosenberg. Duffy sets near pin. There's a swing. Down just inside the sideline. A great shot from Bryneth Roberts. Fishers retakes the lead. 23-22. 4th kill of the night for Roberts. Fishers is 2 points away from tying the match, a game each. Long way to go. Yorktown waiting on the serve from Settles. It's too long by about 4 feet. We're tied at 23. Back to serve for Yorktown. Ellie Stinson, Northwestern recruit. 23 all. Fishers has it up. They'll set near corner. There's a whistle and a violation. Double contact on the set. Yorktown is a point away. 24-23. Serving for a game point and a 2-0 match lead. Stinson puts it in play. Middle of the back row. Duffy sets inside. Allen can't get it down. It's back to him off the block. Fishers attacks again. Little running roll. Yorktown plays it up. Can they get it here? Big swing. Knuckles with the kill! Yorktown 25. Fishers 23. Fantastic game 2. Yorktown is in command. The number 1 team in the state at 31-0 says, oh yeah? Have some of this. Yorktown 2. Fishers nothing as we go to the break on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
Everybody loves a good sports movie.
I've seen Rudy 10 times.
I love Hoosiers.
If there were a sports movie about steroids, it might be called The Myth, the Truth, and the Consequences. The myth is that steroids are good for your game. The truth is they're bad for you and the sport you play. And the long-term consequences on your health are downright ugly.
That's one movie I think I'll skip.
High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
The clutch shot, the timely hit, the perfect pitch, the heroic catch, the brilliant save, the photo finish. The Indiana High School Athletic Association would like to remind you that the biggest plays in sports matter little if you don't practice sportsmanship. Character counts. Practice sportsmanship. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community. A 50-50 ball, an elbow to the ribs, a sudden flash of tempers. In sports, anything can happen in the heat of the moment. The Indiana High School Athletic Association reminds you that when cooler heads prevail, everybody wins. When the game heats up, will you keep your cool? This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to the mill in Noblesville. Fishers threw everything but the kitchen sink at Yorktown late in game 2, and it still wasn't enough. Yorktown holds on They score the final 2 points, and they win game 2, 25-23, and they've got a 2-0 lead. Fishers has to run the table now to go to the semi-state a week from today, and it is not going to be easy. But boy, did Fishers play great in the back half of game 2. They were trailing 18-10 at one point. They got up 8-point run. All of a sudden, it's 18-all, and before you know it, we had a bunch of ties. Fishers led at 20-19, 21-20. They led at 22-21. But Yorktown tied it at 22. And what do you know? That's all she wrote. Tigers in green, just a hair better than the Tigers in red in game 2. So we flipped the floor, moved to game 3. Do or die time for the girls from Fishers. Don't put them away just yet. They're pretty doggone good. But they're going to have to play the 3 best games of their season to salvage this one against undefeated Yorktown. Tigers from Fishers are 25-4. Tigers from Yorktown 31-0. 2 undefeateds left in Indiana. Lafayette Central Catholic in 1A, Yorktown in 4A. Wow, what a cutie in the crowd. He's a little tired. He's like, no, I want to go to sleep. It's too exciting. You can't sleep. You got to teach them early. So we're set to go. We flip the floor. Fishers right under me. Yorktown down at the other end of the gym. And here we go with game 3. Must win for Fishers. They'll start it with Cameron Hayworth to serve. The southpaw has a tough serve. Murr plays it on the run on her knees. The swing comes from the corner, and the double team block shuts off the attack from Knuckles, and it's 1-0 Fishers. They started game 1 this way. Another serve coming up from Hayworth. Murr again plays it to Vincent, who tips it to Fishers. They'll go to an attack in the middle. Allen can't get it down. Yorktown will send it back with a deep tip high in the air from Knuckles. Fishers attacks in the middle. Again, Allen can't get it down. Yorktown will go to Knuckles, and she delivers another kill off the touch. The wipe-off shot of beauty to make it 1-1. 12 kills in the match for Kenzie Knuckles to lead everybody. She's having a sensational day. Jenny Morey will serve it. Look at that knuckleball. Bad pass from Rosenberg. It was a tough serve. Overpass. Yorktown has it. They give it back to Fishers. Duffy will set in the middle for Allen. It's off the block from Dunsmore. Fishers tries it again from the far corner. Great dig by Morey. Vincent sets it. Here's a tip from Dunsmore. It's going to be left off the floor. Great rally from Fishers on defense. Yorktown with a swing. Knuckles drives it 8 rows up. You think I'm lying? I've got it on video. 2-1 Yorktown. Wow. Someone from Fishers got a souvenir. Yorktown serving with Morey, leading 2-1. Fishers has to win here in game 3. There's a big rip from the middle of the floor, but the attack is too long from Bryneth Roberts. Yorktown out in front, 3-1. They are so good at capitalizing on your mistakes. When you put a ball in play like that and don't get anything with it, you are in big trouble. Hayworth with a nice receive. Duffy with a set right back to her. To the far deep corner. Matthews digs it. They set for Knuckles. She rips another one. Wow, it's in the stands again for a Yorktown point. Duffy ran into the bleachers a row to try to get it. Couldn't do it. Yorktown 4-1 leaders. Doesn't take long. It was 1-0 Fishers about a minute ago. Here's Morey's next serve. Right at Rosenberg, middle back row. Duffy with a set across court. Allen with a tip. Yorktown has it. They'll tip it to the far back corner. It's down for a kill! About a foot inside each line. Great shot by Jalen Dunsmore. 5 kills in the match for Jalen. 5-1 Yorktown lead. And if you're Fishers, you just got battle fatigue. You've done everything and can't put a lick on them. Duffy sets in the middle. Roberts with a swing. Yorktown with a great set of hustle to try to keep it alive. Going clear to the basketball baseline was Stinson. Couldn't get it off the floor. give the point to Fishers to make it 5-2. Back to serve for Fishers is Brenneth Roberts, just a junior. Flat-footed serve. Stinson will give it here to the pin to Knuckles, who hits it off the block, right back down on the Yorktown side of the net on the floor. Nice defense from Fishers to make it 5-3. The Red Tigers within 2 of the Green Tigers. There's a serve about a foot too long. Oh, wait, that was long. It was called in by the corner official, the linesman. Wow. Stephanie Bloom is literally on the floor, on the court. She can't believe her eyes. And I'm going to look at that one later because I've got that on video, and I think it was long. Ace for Fishers. They're within 5-4. Fishers has the attack. Now Yorktown takes it. Set inside. Dunsmore peels a kill to make it 6-4. Wow. Unreal. Well, all's well that ends well. Dunsmore with 6 kills. Here comes the serve to Fishers. Duffy's a great setter. She gets it to Allen. It's right back off the block to Fishers, and they can't keep it off the floor. Allen, Rosenberg, Duffy all went to the floor, couldn't get it. 7-4, Yorktown. Knuckleball serve, a tough handle. Bump set to the far corner. Hayworth, another cross-court bomb. 7-5, Yorktown. Side out Fishers on a great swing. Great swing from Hayworth. Audrey has 10 kills tonight unofficially, and Fishers has side out, trailing by 2 here in game 3. Yorktown out in front, 2-0 in the match. Back to serve with the libero, Emma Rosenberg, and she hits it in the net again, slaps her hands. She's ticked. 8-5, Yorktown. I told you, you make mistakes, free points, playing this team, ain't happening. Back to serve is Kenzie Knuckles of Yorktown. And that's no slight to Fishers. They're a really good team, but you can't make mistakes. And now Knuckles makes one. Serves it too wide and too long. It's out of bounds, and Fishers will side out with the lead cut again to 2 at 8-6. It's the setter, Rose Duffy, to put it in play. Knuckles with the receive. They'll set it for Searing. She nails another kill off the libero Rosenberg to make it 9-6 Yorktown. Side up for Yorktown now. 11 kills in the match for the great Tegan Searing. Boy, are these kids good. Murr puts it in play. Fishers will run the attack to the far pin. Here's a big swing off the block right back to him. Looked like it hit the net. Fishers attacks. They hit it out of bounds into the Yorktown bench. Swing that time from Audrey Hayworth. It was pulled. She shanked it. 10-6 Yorktown lead. And still serving is Kylie Murr. Here it comes. Right at me in the back row. 2 players try to take it. Fishers out of system. They'll swing from the corner. Yorktown digs it easily. They'll set here for Watkins. It's off a defender, out of bounds. The touch, the wipe off. Beautiful shot by Watkins. Her 3rd kill. 11-6 Yorktown. You wonder when they'll take their timeout on the Fishers bench. Murr's next serve is played up nicely. Duffy will set far side. The left-hand swing by Hayworth is too long out of bounds. He's going to have to take a timeout here soon. It's 12-6. Yorktown leading, and there it is. Harnack does it again. We're in the middle of game 3. Yorktown in control again. It's Yorktown 12, Fishers 6 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Indiana, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who play high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the Mill in Noblesville. The 4A Regional will be down to the Final 4 in every class in Indiana by the end of the night. And here at Noblesville, Yorktown with a 2-0 match lead and a 12-6 game 3 lead. First timeout taken by Fishers here at 12-6. They really need a run like they had in late game 2 action. They still didn't win, but boy, they got to play better. Here comes Murs' serve. They'll set to the far corner. Hayworth with the swing, dug nicely by Knuckles. She's more than a hitter. Tip over to Fishers. They'll try the other corner. This time the tip is nearly on the floor. Great rally to keep it off the floor by Knuckles. Yorktown gets it back from Fishers. Searing with a kill. Attempt to the back row. It won't go. Here come the Tigers in red. Driven off Knuckles 30 feet in the air. Here's a set to the near corner. Watkins can't deliver. Duffy sets far side. Big left-handed swing by Hayworth. It won't go down. Now a tip kill at the net on the overpass. Nice kill at the net by Hayworth, Audrey Hayworth. I've got it for 11 in the match to make it 12-7, Yorktown. Great rally. Let's see if Hayworth can spark a rally and a run. Yorktown on offense. Watkins with the swing. Dug nicely by Fishers. They'll backward roll it from Duffy to Yorktown. Tigers in green play it. Searing with a swing. Searing off the block with a kill. You can't block her one-on-one. 13-7 Yorktown. They're so hard to defend, you think, well, who are we going to double, if anybody? And you can't really play anybody one-on-one. She made them pay. Fishers on the receive. Back set, near swing. Won't go down. Right back to him. Fishers finally gets it down on a backward tip. Backward over her head. Cameron Hayworth with a great shot. Great shot making to make it 13-8. Side out Fishers. Yorktown receives. Knuckles to Vincent. Slide play for Miller. She delivers another cross-court tamale. 14-8 Yorktown. Wow. 5 kills for Ellie, one of the Yorktown seniors. They're 11 points away from going to the Final Four. Tough serve. Overpass. Comes right back off the block. We've got a call at the net by the down official to make it 15-8 Yorktown. On a net violation by Fishers. Back to serve it. I believe that's Stinson. It is. Better pass this time to Duffy. Allen can't get it down. Yorktown attacks. They go to the middle. Miller's swing is handled by Fishers. They come to the near corner. Double team block. Knuckles and Miller say your card has been declined to the great Cameron Hayworth. 16-8 Yorktown. Final timeout of game 2. Stephen Peak is beside himself. Yorktown 16, Fishers 8 on Beaver Media and the Doco Preps channel.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
If you're just joining us, we're in game 3. Yorktown 16, Fishers 8. Fishers coach Stephen Peak just used his final timeout here in game 3. Yorktown won game 1, 25-16. They held on for dear life and held off Fishers in game 2, 25-23. Coming out of the timeout, Stinson serving for Yorktown. It's going to be an ace. Olivia Lux couldn't handle it. She passed it sideways over her own bench to make it 17-8. Stinson with the ace. Yorktown 8 points away. She'll do it again. Nearly the same result. Swing from the near corner. It's way off the floor. Frustration now. Cameron Hayworth hit that ball 10 feet too far. 18-8 Yorktown. Stinson serving again from the left corner. Middle back row. Fishers will bump set it to the far pin. Roberts with the swing. Yorktown handles it. Knuckles crushes another kill. Across court, power alley, robot-like, every time I swing it kill from Knuckles. 19-8. Next one in play. Duffy will bump set it. Hayworth with the swing from the near corner. Great dig by, wow, look out down there. Murr tried to keep it alive. The ball went clear to the back end of the gym, and I think it was Carly Matthews who literally dived to the doorway and almost hit a fan down there. 19-9. Jump serve from Hayworth. It's an ace. What a beautiful serve from Cameron Hayworth. Give her another ace. Wow. She's not done just yet. 19-10. This next serve too far off the end. Over the baseline. Yorktown 5 points away, leading 20-10. Jenny Morey to serve. Can she serve him off the floor? Duffy sets for Allen. Nope. Allen with a great kill. She's a great swinger in the middle. 20-11. 7 kills tonight for Jada Allen. She's a good-looking player. Yorktown on the receive. Stinson just to Vinson. She sets for Knuckles. The shot handled by Fishers. They'll go back to Allen in the middle. Blocked right back to him again. She'll try it again. This time a tip. Great pancake save from Murr. Yorktown sends it back to Fishers. They'll go far corner. Great swing. I think they're going to call a violation at the net on Yorktown. They are. Shot was down and good anyway, but it's a violation to make it 20-12. Yorktown leading by 8. Fishers serving for their life. And again, Roberts serves it a foot too low into the net. Can't make errors. That simple. 21-12. Yorktown in front of Fishers. 4 points away from a trip to the Final Four. Bad pass on the serve. It's an ace. Yorktown wearing them out. Give the ace to Kate Vinson. Her first. 22-12 Yorktown. Nearly another ace. Duffy back sets, tries to tip kill, can't do it. Searing with a swing, Searing with a kill. Right down the sideline off the libero. Rosenberg. 23-12. 13 kills for Searing. Yorktown's 2 points away from ending Fisher's season. Tigers in red will play it to the far corner. They go to their bread and butter, Hayworth, and she says, we're not done yet. Nice kill through the block to make it 23-13. $12 kills on the night for her. Here's the serve to Yorktown. Tigers go to Searing on the far corner. Great job by Rosenberg to keep it off the floor. Nice roll easily back to Yorktown. Tigers in green attack. They go to Searing. She hits it long. Yorktown says touch. None of the officials say touch. It's going to be long. 23-13. Should be 23-14. They put it on the board finally. No touch. Knuckles receives the serve. Should get it right back from Vincent. Rips one off the libero. The overpass comes right back to him. They give it to Fishers. Fishers tries again off the block. Here's the swing. It's down in the middle of the back row for a kill. Fantastic swing by southpaw Cameron Hayworth. She's not finished just yet. 9 kills for her. 23-15. Yorktown out in front. 2 points away from the Final Four. Rosenberg serves it for Fishers. Bump set inside for Searing. Fishers does a nice job playing it. They go to the attack to the pin. Nice dig on the run by Kate Vinson. Here's a swing from Searing. The double team block. Shuts her off on the corner. Great defense by Audrey Hayworth and Haley Soper. And it's 23-16. You hear the Fishers fans. Rosenberg to serve. Trying to get the Tigers in red untracked. Knuckles with a swing off the block. Played nicely by Fishers. Here they go to the far corner. Nice dig by Murr. It goes over the net to Fishers. They'll play it again. Same spot, same result this time. Another kill off the right hand of Audrey Hayworth. Timeout Yorktown. Nice spurt by the kids from Fishers. They're within 6. It's Yorktown 23, Fishers 17 on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel.
Everybody loves a good sports movie.
I've seen Rudy 10 times.
I love Hoosiers.
If there were a sports movie about steroids, it might be called The Myth, the Truth, and the Consequences. The myth is that steroids are good for your game. The truth is they're bad for you and the sport you play. And the long-term consequences on your health are downright ugly.
That's one movie I think I'll skip.
High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community.
Stephanie Bloom calls her first time out of game 3. This is a 5-0 Fishers run, similar to what they posted at the end of game 2 when they fell just short. Yorktown leading 23-17. Rosenberg to serve again for Fishers. Here's a set in the middle for Searing. She tips it, it's down. Did it get to the floor? No, it's alive. Great pancake to keep it alive by Fishers. Searing from the corner, off the touch for the kill. 24-17, Yorktown. Game point, match point. Kenzie Knuckles will serve it. You hear the Yorktown crowd as it comes to its feet. Huge crowd here for the 4A regional at Noblesville's Mill. Knuckles with the serve, middle back row. Duffy will set to the far corner. Swing by Hayworth. Knuckles looking for a kill. Can't get it. Dunsmore over to Fishers. Now over to Yorktown as Searing with the dig, with the swing. She's got it down! Yorktown wins the game, wins the match. The Tigers are going to the Final Four in 2018. Tegan Searing ends it in style. Yorktown is undefeated again, still 32-0. Wow. What a performance in this one tonight by the kids in green, and they are mobbing each other as Fishers dejectedly leaves the floor. We're going to stay right here for the presentation of the trophy and the ball. Fishers is walking out like we don't want a ball. Well, they're going to stay now as their coach calls them back. Classy move by Stephen Peak. Says, hey, you know what? We got nothing to be ashamed of. We had a 25-5 season. So the game ball presentation goes to the regional runner-up, Fishers. But Yorktown has done it again. They're waiting on their chance to hold up the nameplate. Regional champion, Final Four bound next weekend. What a great match. My hat off to both teams, both coaching staffs, both fans. You hear the crowd. Yorktown gets the hardware. They've done it again. We'll take a break, come back with more after this timeout on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Stay right there.
The clutch shot, the timely hit, the perfect pitch, the heroic catch, the brilliant save, the photo finish. The Indiana High School Athletic Association would like to remind you that the biggest plays in sports matter little if you don't practice sportsmanship. Character counts. Practice sportsmanship. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in this community. A 50-50 ball. An elbow to the ribs. Sudden flash of tempers. In sports, anything can happen in the heat of the moment. The Indiana High School Athletic Association reminds you that when cooler heads prevail, everybody wins. When the game heats up, will you keep your cool? This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
The world of high school sports is filled with athletes who possess the eye of the tiger and whose focus and determination enables them to soar like eagles. The games themselves can't be played without a few zebras. Becoming an IHSAA official is a great way to be part of the action and to support Indiana's healthy tradition of high school athletics. Visit IHSAA.org and get in the game. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in your community. The world of high school sports is filled with athletes who possess the eye of the tiger and whose focus and determination enables them to soar like eagles. The games themselves can't be played without a few zebras. Becoming an IHSAA official is a great way to be part of the action and to support Indiana's healthy tradition of high school athletics. Visit IHSAA.org and get in the game. This message brought to you by the IHSAA and the high schools in your community.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Indiana, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who play high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Fishers High School's loss. Yorktown High School's win. The Tigers in red go home unhappy, but with a great season to show for their work in 2018. Fishers checks out at 25-5, and Yorktown says, let's keep playing another week as they move to 32-0. Depending what Lafayette Central Catholic has done tonight, well, there's at least one undefeated team going to the Final Four, and it might be two if LCC can finish things off over in the 1A regional tonight across the state. What a great performance by Stephanie Bloom's Tigers. They got pushed to the limit a couple times by a very good Fishers team, but Yorktown answered the bell every time they had to. When it came to push and shove, they had just enough to outlast a fantastic Fishers volleyball team in this one tonight. Yorktown's winning streak goes to 32 matches in a row. They've had a great run this year. And I tell you, I think I've said it 20 times to you this year, I think this is their best team in their history. We'll see if it plays out. When they started the state tournament, Yorktown needed 7 wins to capture a state championship. They've got 5 of them now. They'll look for number 6. Next week in the semi-state, they'll take on either Michigan City or Penn, and it'll be at either Huntington North or at Frankfort. Don't know who's won that match tonight. They might still be playing up in northern Indiana, and we don't know yet where they'll go. But we'll know that probably by this time tomorrow, maybe before this late in the day tomorrow. Unofficially looking down at the stat sheet, my chicken scratch, Kenzie Knuckles unofficially with 15 kills tonight for Yorktown. Right behind her, fellow senior Tegan Searing, 14 kills. Look down the rest of the sheet, Jalen Dunsmore with 6, Ellie Miller with 5, Courtney Watkins with 3, Carly Matthews and Jenny Morey with 1 each, unofficially for Yorktown. For Fishers, wow, they have a sensational team. A lot of their talent is underclass talent. They're going to be a handful again in 2019. But tonight, they get an unofficial 12 kills from Audrey Hayworth, an unofficial 9 from Cameron Hayworth, 7 from Jada Allen. She's a great attacker in the middle. 4 by Bryn Roberts, 2 from Rose Duffy, the setter on rip tips, what I call them, rip tips, as she goes up and instead of passing with the second touch, she puts it away. Really heady play. But that does it for the stats for Fishers. They just were too little too late, and it cost them the night, and it cost them their season. Yorktown led this match tonight almost from start to finish. Very few leads in this match by Fishers. And as I look at my sheet, the leads for Fishers, their biggest lead in the entire contest was 2-0 to open game one. After that, the Green Avalanche came rolling down the hill. Game one, Yorktown beats Fishers 25-16. Game two, Fishers threw every hard right they could to the chin of Yorktown and had a late lead before the Tigers in green outlasted the Tigers in red 25-23. And then there in game three that you just heard, Yorktown puts away Fishers 25-17 to go to 32-0. That's pretty darn good. Take another break. Hopefully we'll get a chance to chat with a player or two from Yorktown, but we'll see what we can set up during this timeout on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Stay right there.
A crisp October evening. A stadium filled with fans. A pass through. A journey completed. State of euphoria? No. The state of Indiana. High school sports. Pure spirit. Pure sport. Pure Indiana. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Welcome back to the Mill in Noblesville. As promised, a victorious Yorktown Tiger, and it's Jenny Mooring. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, not as good as you. You just won a regional.
Yeah.
How's it feel?
It's pretty exciting. You know, like we go in the gym every day and we work our tails off, and this is what it's all about. You know, we played as a team, we fought, and, you know, we did our motto, we finished.
Where does this team find its fight? Because late in game two, and then again late in game three, they threw everything they had at you, and you still put them away.
We find our fight mainly because we lost in semi-state last year. That was big for us. You know, like we were kind of predicted to win state, and, you know, we didn't, and we kind of just didn't finish. So that's really big. Like, that's where our fight, and we have 5 great seniors that really lead us to victory, you know.
Fishers led you 22-21 late in game two, and they were just throwing punches your way, and you guys were scrambling to tie and then get the side out, get back up by 1. Coach Bloom called a timeout, I think, at one point. What was the mindset in the team and in the huddle? Did you think, boy, we're in trouble, or did you think we can handle this?
You know, one thing Coach Bloom always says is when we get our backs pushed up against a wall that we need to respond. And every game so far throughout the season, you know, we've done that. And I think it was great because that's exactly what we did. You know, we were down and we came back and we went on a 4-1 run. So I think it's great that we were able to come together and do that.
You've got 5 really talented seniors on this team. You're just a sophomore. You're one of the young guns on this team. But how much fun is it playing with people like Knuckles and Searing and all the people, Murr, all the people who they've won 143 times in 4 years now. That's a lot of wins. It must be awesome playing with them.
Yeah, it's so fun. Their energy on the court is great. You know, like Kinsey, I've known her since I was like a baby. So it's so fun getting back out on the court with her.
Carly Matthews is a hustler. Last week, in a match where you were going to win, no doubt, she ran off the floor and dived almost to the basketball line. Tonight, she went all the way to the doorway to try to play a ball up. She's crazy. She's all hustle and no quit.
Yeah, she's pretty incredible, actually.
Yeah.
She's probably the fastest one on our team.
Really?
So, yeah.
She could whip any of you in a foot race then.
Oh, yeah.
Do you ever look over and say, man, how did she get to that ball? Or anybody else on this team, because you wear people out. They have a rally, and they've swung 8 times, and it comes back a 9th time because you guys are just saying, nope, not yet. Nope, not yet.
Yeah, that's kind of one of our mottos, to like frustrate people with our defense. And like, I think that's one thing we do really well. Like, we never give up and every play is up, and it's a defensive mindset that we have that really works.
You're 2 wins away from a state championship. And of course, you got to win the semi-state to even think about state, but you're 2 wins away. You got 5 of the 7 you need. You got a week to get ready for either Penn or Michigan City. I asked someone last week this question. Can you guys do anything better, you think? What do you have to work on at 32-0? What don't you do well?
I think one thing we can work on is finishing. Like you said, we were up in the second set and they came back and they really threw everything they had at us, and we need to be prepared for that and, maybe respond a little bit better and not let them go on 6-point runs like they did in the second set.
It was 18-0 and then it was 18-18.
Yeah.
And you guys had a fist fight on your hands for a while.
We did.
But you came back. You got the last 2 points of that game. You win going away, 25-23, and that was all she wrote. Well, go downstairs, celebrate with your fans and your family and your friends and your teammates. Thanks so much for coming up.
Thank you.
It's great getting to talk to you, and go get them a week from today.
Thank you.
All right. She's Jenny Morey, one of the great Yorktown Tigers. They are hot tamales, and boy, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to play them. I wouldn't want to coach against them, and I wouldn't want to play them because they are trouble with a capital T on Tiger Drive back in Yorktown. What a sensational night for Yorktown volleyball. They're going back to the Final Four. And, I'm no disrespect to anyone. I don't like to do that. I try never to do that. Michigan City or Penn will have a lot to say about it next week, but I do think this is Yorktown's best team in their history. And I still think they're on a collision course with Providence eventually in November. It's going to take a hell of a performance to beat either one of them, Yorktown or Providence. Someone might do it. Someone might get them both. But, man, number 1 and number 2 in 4A and number 1 and number 2 overall in Indiana in any class in the Z rating, man, it's going to take a fantastic performance to beat either one of them, and we're all better off for it as volleyball fans in the state of Indiana. Sensational night here in Noblesville. That's going to do it for us for tonight. Thank you so much for riding along and loaning me your ears for a couple of hours and for sticking through the post game and getting to hear from Jenny Morey about what she thinks this team can still do. And what did she say? Finish better. Wow. We'll see how that plays out next weekend. Thanks for joining us. Keep your eyes on my Twitter feed at Delco Preps. That's where I'll keep you posted on any future broadcast plans. And, of course, this match will be archived as soon as I shut it off on YouTube on the Delco Preps channel. So if you know someone who wanted to hear it, didn't get a chance to do it live, they can do it anytime. Do it 3 o'clock in the morning in Tampa if they want to. That's great for the technology and how it's supposed to work. So the final score for the final time from Noblesville in the 4A Regional. Yorktown defeats Fishers, number 1 over number 6 in 4A. It was 25-16, 25-23, 25-17. For all of us at Beaver Media, I'm Brian Beaver. Thanks for riding along tonight. Join us again next time on Beaver Media and the Delco Preps channel. Until then, have a great night and a fantastic rest of your weekend, everybody.